Morning guys, this was our 999 emergency a couple of weeks ago. Thankfully Mum is doing well, but this was a life-threatening bleed. Mum has rectal cancer, very sadly, and this can cause some bleeding, but this was a massive bleed, just a huge hemorrhage unfortunately. So I called 999, they were with us within 5 minutes, which was amazing. Rushed us to Hereford Hospital. We got there and we were straight into the Majors area. Once in there, we contacted one of the nurses because Mum's bleeding was just getting worse, and she contacted the doctor, and within minutes we were whisked into recess, and Mum stayed there all night. She had to have a blood transfusion. The problem with that, though, was that the blood that she has had previously has left her with some antibodies in her own blood system, and that meant that they couldn't match the blood exactly. Now, there was a perfect match, but it was in Birmingham, and to get from where I live to Birmingham and back, it would take 2 hours. And they just said, Mum doesn't have 2 hours, very sadly. So that wasn't an option. What they did instead was use the hemorrhage protocol, which meant that they got the best blood match they could find and hope for the best, basically. They put it in. They told me that it might be okay. Mum could be absolutely fine with it, but worst case scenario, it would kill her, but she was going to die anyway. So there was nothing else we could do. And we had to go with it. Mum had the transfusion. Thankfully, fingers crossed, it worked. And she was then the next day put onto the foam ward. She was there, from the paramedic to all of the staff on the foam ward, everybody in recess, everyone, they were absolutely incredible. They've done a fantastic job. Sadly, on the Tuesday, Mum was doing really well, and I thought, oh, this is awesome. But she unfortunately deteriorated again. Mum had got out of bed to pass a magazine to one of the other patients, and she collapsed, violently sick. Blood pressure dropped, heart rate dropped, oxygen levels dropped, and she was very, very poorly. When I got there, Mum was lay in bed, feet higher than her head. She was on oxygen and she looked really ill, bless her. I made the decision that day I was going to get Dad in there, which we did. Thankfully, the doctors did the most amazing job, and Mum did slowly recover. They gave Mum 2 more units of blood, and thankfully that seemed to work. She's now back home. We do still need to see the oncologist. That's happening on Wednesday because of, the ongoing bleeding. But fingers crossed, we're over the worst, and hopefully Mum will continue to make a recovery. If you'd like to follow our story, please do. That would be awesome to have you guys on board. Just subscribe. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.